Tip-off goes to Charlotte. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. At the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Batum is out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Jefferson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
A lot of problems for the Lakers last season. It's one thing to stink on the road, but when you stink at home in Los Angeles, you bet people will react.
Now here's Lin, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. For the 3, a nice shot by Lin. Lin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Russell against Lin. The pass to Bryant. Good on the 13-footer. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Lin against Russell. Outside, Lin. There's the feed to Batum. Pass to Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Gets a look. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
So it's the Lakers now. It's a 5-point game. Russell kicks to Bryant. Fades back. Count that one. Bryant's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Now here's Lin. Outside, Batum. Back to Lin. Nobody near. Kid Gilchrist. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start. Jeremy Lin is a bit of a scoring point guard. He's best with the ball in his hands, but not necessarily an elite scorer or playmaker. He's trying to broaden out his game so he can play off the ball as well.
And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Zeller setting the pick for Lin. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. And airballs the triple. That one was way off.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start. And to become better playing off the ball, Jeremy Lin has to improve as a spot-up shooter. He's actually been shooting better off the dribble, but the catch and shoot is something he'll continue to work on.
Now, here is Russell. 5 on the clock. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Russell's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Lin kicks to Batum. Pass to Jefferson. Right block shot. A rebound by the Lakers. And Jeremy Lin working with the shooting coach, Clark, to develop his outside shot.
Yeah, he's actually tweaked his release to get the ball off more quickly on his way up. He's still below average from long range, but you know he's going to put the work in.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Now here's Jefferson. Shoots from the block. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Al Jefferson, 6'10", over 280 pounds, and he's got a 9'2" standing reach. He's got the size to play center, but hasn't always been a great defender at that position. I thought Charlotte really put him in a good position last year, however, with their scheme, and he was very effective.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Black's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. Nick Young's checked in for Bryant. And it's Williams in for Russell. Here's Clarkson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the pick. Bass with a screen for Williams. Good on the 3-point shot. And Al Jefferson, not the fleetest of foot, but a good nose for the ball.
You know, he's always been a terrific rebounder, and I've said before that rebounding isn't about how high you jump. It's about how physical you are and how hungry you are to get after the ball and timing and position. And he's actually improved defensively, too.
And here is Jefferson. After Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. Batum, nice shot from the wing. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clarkson passes to Young. Pass with a screen for Young. Pass to Clarkson. Shoots the three. Kept alive. And Young kicks to Williams. Back to Young. Here's Clarkson. Feeds to Young. He kicks to Williams. They shoot again. Cannot hit.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
A solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
So much of Charlotte's struggles the last few years can be attributed to small things, but they cleaned up one of them last year. They rarely got themselves in foul trouble. They defended really solidly under Steve Clifford.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Spencer Hawes. Then it's the Cobra. And it's Batum in at the small forward.
Taking a look at some stats on Charlotte last year in regards to fouling, this team committed the second fewest fouls in the league overall.
Walker with a clean look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Here's Clarkson looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Williams. Young outside. Back to Williams. Pause with the block. And a wide open look for Walker. The Cobra passes to Lamb. He dishes it to Walker. Kicks it to Lamb. Fires the three. Can't hit.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Right side, Williams. The pass to Clarkson. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And Charlotte's team was in good company as I believe the Spurs fouled the least.
Well, good teams never give away free points, and Charlotte has made a good habit of not putting teams on the line with lazy defense.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Zeller, he's checked in for the Cobra. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Lakers trail by 4. Russell with it. The dish to Randall. Over in the corner, Williams. Lock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Lin with it. He's picked up by Russell. Lin kicks to Hawes. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Kidd-Gilchrist has got 5.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, second overall pick back in 2012. And Frank, as you know, an NCAA champion, you saw it firsthand with Kentucky.
Yeah, you know, I like his disposition, and I love his motor. I mean, his defense, his size, athleticism. He's an excellent rebounder for his position and size. He can defend up to 3 or 4 positions on the court. You know, you look at him, and I don't like to compare guys, Kevin, but he reminds me a bit of a young Gerald Wallace type.
Here's Kobe. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist making his last shot. The kick out to Williams. Another miss by Williams.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Down low, deflects the pass, and stolen by Hibbert. Williams attacking. He feeds it to Hibbert. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Lamb. Misses off the left iron.
And for Kidd-Gilchrist, the knock has always been about his outside shooting ability. You know, his shot has a big hitch in it. He shoots it on the way down, so there's a lot of fundamental issues with that stroke.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist following the miss by Lewis Williams. Lin dishes to Kid Gilchrist, just 3 to shoot. Here's Lamb. Here's Zeller. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. A drive by Russell. The layup off target.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. Boy, you look at that shooting motion for MKG. Boy, that thing is broke at this point. It's going to be hard for him to fix it, but I think he can. I think it's still not beyond being modified. If that happens, the sky's the limit. He just turned 21, so he's got a chance to get that jumper right.
Now here's Lin following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Nobody near Kid Gilchrist, and the Hornets miss again. Here's Williams. He's got 7. Shot to end this cold run, and he sinks the layup. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
High post try. A sensational shot at the buzzer.
And perfectly timed. Couldn't have.
And the first half ends in a close one. Hornets lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I've got Kobe Bryant.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
It didn't take long to see what kind of game he was going to have today. He came out very aggressively and had a terrific first half.
You know, you look at his shot chart, it's all draped up. I mean, he's right at the rim. He's driving the lane again and again.
Kobe and Randall at the forward spots. Russell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Laker 5. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you go back and you look at the numbers from last season, he knocked down about 77% of his free throws.
Even though Charlotte was able to climb back into relevancy in the East last year, they still had trouble dealing with those strong teams out west.
And Charlotte isn't alone when it comes to East teams having trouble with the Western Conference.
Yeah, they were 13-17 last year against the West. You know, the former Bobcats, current Hornets. But, you know, if they can get that number to around 500 this year, they'll have a great chance to move up in the Eastern picture.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. As you know, Cody Zeller was the 4th overall pick in 2013. And Coach Clifford has said he has a lot of physical ability. His basketball IQ is through the roof. He has great intangibles, and he's young. I don't want to limit him in any way, but I want him to progress at his own rate. For us to be good, he's got to be a really big part of it. Kevin, back to you.
An intriguing young talent. Thanks. And so it's Charlotte with it, following the 3 by the Lakers.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Russell gets to Kobe. Back to Russell. Here's Clarkson, defended by Batum. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Charlotte in the lead. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Lin. Looking for Jefferson, he gets it there. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Al Jefferson signed by the Bobcats last season to a big money 3-year contract. In the franchise's 9 seasons, they never had a big man average at least 16 points a game.
Yeah, he's easily, by far their best scoring big man ever. And at almost $14 million a season, he better be. And he is, though. He's really a potent scorer in the low post.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Batum. They get it back. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Lets it go from deep. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist from Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got 3 assists tonight. Russell, a screen on Batum. Outside, Russell. Pass to Clarkson. Dishes it to Bryant. Shoots. No good. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Walker's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Russell kicks to Bass. Good on the baseline, Jay.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Well, we all know the Lakers in transition. Ownership passed down to the next generation in early 2013. And for the first time in L.A., Clark, a bit of uncertainty in that leadership situation.
Yep, a few cracks starting to show their partner, Laker great Magic Johnson, airing his concerns with some of the decision-making. Disharmony, not quite sure of who's going to run things, some injuries as well. And just a lot didn't go the way the Lakers had hoped or wanted it to.
Here's Walker after the basket by the Lakers. Pulls up on the wing. Good on the jump shot. Walker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hornets. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Clarkson passes to Bryant. Again, the Lakers.
And when you look at the Lakers, they say that second-generation businesses have a high failure rate. Only time will tell if they can continue the remarkable winning streak this team has enjoyed through the years.
There's the Cobra. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Clarkson. Now the feed to Bryant. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the Lakers get it back. That one goes. Count it. Now just a 3-point Hornets lead.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half. And, you know, for the Lakers, with the harder cap, they can't outspend like they used to. With the internet, players like Durant don't need to be in a big market to get exposure like it was in days past. So the Lakers will need to outsmart other teams to continue their success.
And Jefferson, here we go. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside, Kobe. 2 on the clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the officials.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
Here's Walker. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it was a great look, and it set up a 3-point basket. He scanned the perimeter, found his teammate in space, and put the pass right on the money.
On the court for the Hornets, at the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Batum is out there with Jeremy Lin, and it's Hawes in at the center position. Outside, Russell. Young sets a screen for Randall. Williams with a clean look hits the 3-point bomb.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Zeller setting the pick for Lin. Pass to Hawes. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Hornets lead by 3.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now, here is Russell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
The Hornets are certainly showing signs of development and improvement, and that's not all they're doing to put fans in the seats. Those who bought season tickets last season got season tickets for this season for free. That meant tickets as cheap as $3.25 a game. Wow, that's a heck of a deal.
Now here's Lin. Pass to Batum. Left side, Batum. That's good.
Well, if you like offense, you'll love this game.
Yep, a high-scoring affair. Both squads saving their energy for the offensive end of the floor because they definitely aren't doing anything defensive.
Charlotte making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
And here are the Hornets now, following the bucket by the Lakers. They get it back.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Out to the wing. Here's Randall. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Now here's Lin. Jefferson, a screen on Russell. Feeds it to Kid Gilchrist. Now here's Zeller. Outside, Lin, just 5 on the clock. Jefferson setting the pick for Batum. No good off the front iron.
Really good defense, but you got to set better screens than that offensively.
Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Kicks it to Batum. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Zeller. Right side Jefferson, and stolen by Hibbert. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Outside, Lin. Zeller setting the pick for Lin. He kicks to Jefferson. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And the Hornets lead by 1. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter. And Los Angeles with some changes. Bryant comes in for Nick Young. And it's Clarkson in for Lou Williams. Here's Kobe. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
Outside, Lin. Jefferson, a screen on Russell. Lin kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Lin's got his 4th assist in this one. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Russell kicks to Bryant. Looking to get back on track here. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Batum. From about 16. Again, the Hornets score.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Russell passes to Kobe. Back to Russell. Kobe kicks to Clarkson. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
They've been waiting for that one, guys.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Now here's Lin. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Nobody near Kid Gilchrist. Here's Jefferson, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and polish it off.
Shoots it. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got into good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're ahead by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. And here's Russell. He dishes it to Kobe. That doesn't go in either for Kobe. So it's Charlotte picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Al Jefferson.